Peace, peace, peace. Today is September 2nd, 2020. Please hit that like button and subscribe. Please hit the like button. Doesn't cost you $1, doesn't cost you a thing, it's free. So today's topic will be the environment is the curriculum. The environment is the curriculum. So self-discovery, you become to know oneself by seeing oneself in action with another person or thing. So we use other things or people as a catalyst to become aware of self and what we tolerate and what we don't tolerate, what we like and what we dislike, right? We use the environment as the mirror effect in order to see yourself in the mirror. It's like first person experience. When people play video games, you just see the environment. You don't see the head or the body, or you just see the body underneath, but you never see the head. Third person is when you can see the whole body plus the environment. Human experience is first person experience. So in that, you use the environment as a catalyst in order to discover who you are. It's the laboratory of self-discovery. So the environment is the curriculum. In Western culture, in school, we're taught a series of lessons, and then we're given a test or an exam in which you're graded. But in real time in life, no matter which culture we're talking about, in real time, you have to go through a series of tests, and then you get the lessons. And you're graded on the lessons, not the tests. I repeat, you're graded on the lessons, not the tests, as opposed to Western curriculum, the educational system, right? So which one is more important or valuable? The Western ideology or what life teaches you? I'll leave that up to you, right? So life itself is your only teacher. The people that exist within life are catalysts, they're sifus, they're master teachers, they're elders, they're positive people, negative people, they're heroes, they're big brothers, big sisters, big homies, OGs, right? Siblings, cousins, whatever. But nevertheless, you begin to discover who you are through something other than yourself. So the environment is the curriculum, and it's a curriculum that doesn't end until death happens, right? How do you think you're doing within your curriculum? How much do you self-examine your progress, and as far as your age bracket that you're in, what you've been through in comparison and contrast to the environment? You have to be real with yourself and your growth, right? Remember, it's all about self-transformation, self-discovery, self-growth, self-assessment, self-analyzation, right? And only you can do these things, but you have to be brutally honest with yourself. And I think being honest with yourself brings discomfort. You know, I've been there. In my earlier years, it was very hard to come to terms and grips with a lot of truths. But now I run to the truth. I run to the discomfort, because truth is discomfort. You know, tradition enslaves the mind. And a lot of times we hold on to certain traditions that we never really question. We just do it because it makes you feel good. There's pleasure involved. And then everyone around you reinforces it, right? So the environment is the curriculum of truth and lies. How do you decipher the truth? Are you what you say you are because your family members passed that on to you? They didn't really do no research on it. Plus it makes you feel good. Or did you do it or subscribe to what you subscribe to because you did a thorough investigation? You did a peripheral investigation that run 45 to 55 layers deep. Which one are you? Because tradition enslaves the mind, right? And tradition is part of the curriculum. It's supposed to be out there because this is the curriculum of you. This is the universe. It's about you, right? So I am self-centered. I am not them-centered or you-centered. When I'm self-centered, everything functions in a functional algorithm, right? So these things are imperative in order for growth to happen, and I think we overlook it a lot of times. In this COVID era, since late February, March, on to now, What have you discovered about this curriculum? What have you discovered about yourself? What have you discovered about your partner, your mate, your friends, your associates? The place that you get income from, whether it's your personal business or your place of work or employment, right? You have to ask yourself these questions. This is all part of the curriculum, the cycle of life. And it's something that you should take serious because tomorrow is not promised. Life itself is your teacher, and it teaches you three things. It does three things. It's either going to help you, hurt you, or kill you. It's going to do those three things: help you, hurt you, or kill you, right? Everything that's in the sphere of your awareness can do those three things. Preferably, even in pain, there's a lesson behind that. But you're going to have to go through a series of tests, like what I said earlier. Test first, lesson after, and you're graded on the lesson, as opposed to lessons, series of lessons, examination, grade, right? So the test is a lot of times where it's either going to help you, hurt you, or kill you. These are all valuable lessons, and the last lesson is in death. As you accumulate, this is all the gathering of data and information, the gathering of data and information as you go into the mirror of self-discovery. When you look into that mirror, what do you see? How do you feel? Right? Questions is the mother to all answers. So this is all about answers, and it's all subjective to you. Because even if I'm in a group with a group of people and we're discussing a particular subject matter, everything is still personal to self. Can't get around that. Even if I agree with the 8, 9 people around me, I'm always alone, because born alone, die alone. But you also experience alone, because the experience, everything within the experience is all part of the curriculum. The 8 people that surround you, the room that you're in, the car that you came in, or the train, or the Uber, or however you got here, right? These are personal lessons, and these are things that, we have to take serious and begin to put it in its proper context in order for growth to happen. So me personally, I've learned from this COVID era, this is one of the, toughest times historically, because it's wave after wave. If you know anything about wavelengths, you have a big gap between the wavelength, or you have tight wavelengths, right? Very short wavelengths in between. So the length of the wave. And the shorter the wave, the higher the frequency. The shorter the wave, the higher the frequency. So I'm learning as I feel the energy of the people all across America, not only in the ghettos, just period. The violence is up everywhere. And how are you feeling about all of this? Because do you feel it's going to end in a few months? Do you feel it's going to end by 2023, 2024, 2030? People say, it's going to end in a few months. I mean, time will tell, right? We have to see how the play plays itself out. Because it's like we're all in the middle of a movie, and we're all ready to get out of the movie theater, and every time you get out, the ushers pull a firearm and walk you back to your seat and make you sit back down. And the credits already came down, but the movie keep restarting itself over and over and over and over. This is all the environment is the curriculum. Again, this is a curriculum of self and how you're going to deal in contrast to COVID, in contrast to a bad economy, in contrast to a possible civil war, in contrast to racism being at an all-time high. And I'm using that word loosely, right? Because, race, being part of a human race, even that's a tricky program or social engineering terminology. Everything has to be questioned in this curriculum, right, of life. So these are things that I just wanted to bring to your attention, and, please, let your last endeavor be your best endeavor. Let your last endeavor be your best endeavor. Salute.